All right, so today we're going to deep dive into something that I think pretty much everyone listening has heard of, but maybe doesn't fully grasp, and that is visualization.
Mhm.
We're taking a look at this document, Harnessing Visualization for Goal Setting. And I'm already fascinated by how much more there is to this than just like positive thinking, you know?
Yeah, I think visualization is something that gets oversimplified a lot.
Right.
But when we really start to like dig into the neuroscience of it,
Okay.
it's really a powerful tool for how we can rewire our brains and actually influence our actions.
Okay, so for our listener out there, just to kind of set the foundation here,
Sure.
if you're imagining yourself achieving a goal in detail, this is more than just daydreaming.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Imagine like you're about to give a big presentation
Okay.
and you vividly visualize yourself speaking confidently, maybe even feeling that slight tremor in your hand as you gesture.
Mm-hmm.
Your brain is actually firing up the same neural pathways as if you were really doing it. So it's like a mental rehearsal.
So it's not just about the visual, it's about engaging all of your senses to
Exactly.
really kind of trick your brain into believing.
Yeah, and that tricking is so useful
Oh, wow.
because the more senses you involve,
Mm.
the sights, the sounds, even that feeling of accomplishment,
Right.
the more your brain starts to actually believe that that outcome is possible.
Okay.
And that belief can have a huge impact on your confidence and your motivation.
That's amazing. I'm starting to see why so many, top performers and athletes, even artists,
Yeah.
really swear by visualization.
Yeah.
But the document goes beyond just performance, right? There's
Right.
even more to this.
Yeah. One of the things that really stood out to me was the impact that visualization has on your resilience.
Okay.
So by mentally preparing for those setbacks and challenges, you're essentially practicing overcoming them in your mind.
So you're saying when you actually encounter those obstacles, they don't feel as daunting because you've already kind of mentally experienced them.
Yeah, precisely. It's like developing a mental muscle for handling challenges.
Wow.
And this resilience is essential for achieving any goal because let's face it, the path to success is rarely smooth sailing.
For sure.
There's always going to be bumps in the road.
Yeah. So for our listener, think about a goal you've been working towards. Maybe it's fitness, maybe it's career, whatever it may be.
Sure.
By visualizing not just the end result, but also those potential hurdles along the way, you're giving yourself like a mental edge to overcome them.
Exactly. And,
Yeah.
and that brings us to the practical side of this, which is, how do we actually build a visualization practice?
Yeah.
And this document breaks it down into 5 steps.
Okay.
And it starts with setting a clear, achievable goal.
Okay. So not some vague idea of being successful, but something concrete that you can really visualize.
Yes.
So like instead of I want to be a better writer, it's like I want to publish a short story in, the New Yorker or something by next fall.
Yes. The clearer and more specific your goal is,
Right.
the easier it is to create that vivid mental picture.
Yeah. Got it. Specificity is key.
Yeah. It's about painting a detailed scene in your mind, not just a blurry concept.
Okay. Step 1, done. The second step is finding a quiet space.
Yeah.
I guess that means ditching distractions,
Oh,
finding
right.
a few minutes of peace.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be an hour of meditation in a silent room.
Right?
Even 5 minutes in a quiet corner of your office can work wonders.
Okay, so even those small pockets of quiet we find throughout the day can be utilized for this.
Exactly.
This is feeling a lot more accessible than I initially thought.
Good.
What's the third step?
Right. So the third step is where the real magic happens.
Okay.
It's imagining every detail.
Ooh.
This is where you engage all your senses
Yeah.
to make that visualization as vivid and as real as possible.
Okay, so if I'm visualizing that short story being published, it's not just seeing the magazine in my hands.
Right.
It's smelling the fresh ink, hearing the rustle of the pages,
Yes.
even feeling the weight of it in my hand.
Exactly. And it's also about feeling those emotions, that pride, the excitement, maybe even the relief of finally seeing your work in print.
That's really interesting. It's not just about achieving the goal, it's about embodying those positive emotions associated with it.
Yes.
What's next?
Right. So the fourth step builds on that.
Okay.
It's all about focusing on those positive emotions.
Yeah. Okay.
Really immerse yourself in the feeling of achieving your goal.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where things get really interesting because when you do that, you're actually intensifying those neural connections in your brain
Wow.
and further strengthening that belief that it's possible.
So if I'm visualizing landing that big promotion,
Yep.
it's not just seeing myself in the new office.
Right.
It's feeling the satisfaction of a job well done.
Yes.
The excitement of new challenges, even the pride of sharing the news with my family.
Precisely. It's about tapping into the emotional rewards of your goal, because ultimately that's what drives us right.
Makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
The final step.
All right, so the fifth and final step is perhaps the most crucial. It's practice daily.
Okay.
Even if it's just for a few minutes each day, consistency is key.
So it's like building any new habit, regular practice makes it stick.
Right.
Even just a few minutes a day can make a difference.
Absolutely. Think of it like building a muscle. The more you exercise your visualization muscle,
Oh, love that analogy.
the stronger it becomes and the more effectively you'll be able to use it to achieve your goals.
It makes the whole process seem much more approachable and, dare I say, achievable.
I like that.
Yeah.
Approachable and achievable.
Yeah.
I think that's a great way to sum it up.
Awesome.
Now that we've got the steps down,
Mhm.
are there like specific tools or techniques that can help make visualization even more effective?
That's a great question. And the document actually dives into a few interesting options. It's like having a toolkit for your mind.
Mm-hmm.
You can pick and choose what works best for you. One that I've always been curious about is vision boards.
Yeah.
They're more than just pretty collages, right?
Vision boards are great.
Uh-huh.
I love vision boards because they give you like a visual representation of your goals that you can interact with daily.
Yeah.
It's not just about the initial creation. It's about that constant reminder every time you see it.
So it's like having a physical manifestation of your goals right there in front of you,
Oh,
serving as a constant source of motivation.
yeah. And that visual reinforcement can be really helpful for staying focused,
Yeah.
especially when those inevitable doubts or distractions creep in.
Right?
You can even make a digital vision board if that's more your style.
Yeah, that's a great point. It's about adapting these tools to fit your own personality and preferences.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I've also heard a lot about guided meditation apps being helpful for visualization, especially for beginners.
Yeah, guided meditations can be a great way to kind of ease into the practice.
Okay.
They offer specific meditations that are designed for goal setting, so it can provide a little bit of structure and guidance for those who aren't sure where to start.
So for our listener out there, if you're feeling a little overwhelmed by the idea of creating visualizations from scratch, a guided meditation app could be a good starting point.
Yeah, they essentially walk you through the process.
Okay.
They can help you relax, focus your mind, and then they'll give you prompts to kind of spark your visualization.
Mm-hmm.
And some apps even incorporate like calming music or nature sounds, which can really enhance the experience.
Yeah, it sounds like a good option for those who are new to this or prefer a more structured approach.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
What about affirmations?
Ooh, affirmations.
I know those are all the rage these days, but how do they actually tie into visualization?
Affirmations are really powerful because they work on the level of belief.
Okay.
So by repeating positive statements that are related to your goal, you're essentially reprogramming your subconscious mind to believe in your ability to achieve it.
So it's like giving yourself a pep talk, but consistently and with intention.
Yeah, exactly. And when you combine affirmations with visualization, you create this like powerful synergy.
Right.
You're not just seeing the goal, but you're also affirming your belief in your capacity to achieve it.
This is starting to feel like a multi-pronged approach where you're engaging your mind
Yeah.
on multiple levels, visual, auditory, emotional, and even through belief systems.
Precisely. And each of these tools kind of reinforces the others, creating a more holistic and effective approach to visualization.
Now, the document also mentioned journaling as a visualization tool.
Oh, yeah.
I have to admit, I'm a bit curious how that works.
Journaling after a visualization session can be a great way to kind of anchor that experience in your reality.
Okay.
It helps to solidify those mental images and emotions, making them more tangible and real.
So it's not just about writing down what you visualized.
Right.
It's about capturing the feelings, the insights,
Yeah,
any aha moments that might have come up during the process.
exactly. You can even use journaling to track your progress towards your goal,
Okay.
noting down any actions you've taken or any shifts in your mindset.
So it's a way to hold yourself accountable.
Totally.
And to really see how your visualization practice is influencing your real-world actions. This reminds me of something we discussed earlier about visualization, not just being about achieving the goal,
Right.
but also about the journey itself.
Totally.
Journaling seems like a great way to document and reflect on that journey.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
It's about recognizing that the process of visualization itself can be transformative.
Okay.
Even if you don't achieve the exact outcome that you initially envisioned, sometimes the greatest insights and growth come from those unexpected turns along the path.
All right, so we've explored the steps
Yeah.
and the tools, but I think it'd be really helpful for our listener if we could bring this all to life with some real-life examples.
Okay, I like that.
How can we apply these concepts to different areas of life?
So let's start with something that I think a lot of people strive for, which is career advancement.
Okay.
So maybe you're aiming for a promotion, a raise, or even a complete career change.
So if I'm currently stuck in a dead-end job and yearning for a more fulfilling career,
Hmm.
I could use visualization to help me get there.
Absolutely. You could visualize yourself excelling in your dream job,
Mhm.
confidently navigating challenging projects, feeling that satisfaction of using your skills to their fullest potential.
So it's not just about picturing the corner office or the fancy title.
Right.
It's about visualizing the day-to-day experience of that career, the
Yeah,
feeling of purpose and fulfillment that it brings.
exactly. And by vividly experiencing those positive emotions, you're more likely to take action,
Okay.
to put in the work, to network, to learn new skills, all the things that will actually move you closer to that dream career.
It's like you're creating a magnetic pull towards that goal,
Yeah.
both mentally and emotionally. Now, what about something like health and fitness goals?
Oh,
I
yeah.
think a lot of people struggle with those,
For sure.
especially maintaining motivation over time.
Yeah, visualization can be incredibly powerful for health and fitness goals because
Mhm.
it allows you to focus not just on that external outcome,
Right.
but also on the internal experience.
So instead of just visualizing, a slimmer waistline or bigger biceps,
Right.
it's about visualizing the feeling of energy and vitality that comes with achieving those goals.
Precisely. You could visualize yourself waking up feeling refreshed and energized, effortlessly, moving through your workout,
Hmm.
enjoying healthy meals without feeling deprived, and feeling that sense of pride and accomplishment as you reach new fitness milestones.
It's almost like you're creating a positive feedback loop
Yeah.
where the visualization fuels the actions
Hmm.
and the actions reinforce the visualization.
Exactly. And by consistently visualizing those positive feelings, you're more likely to make healthier choices to stick to your workout routine, to enjoy the journey, rather than just focusing on the end goal.
I love that. It's about making the process itself enjoyable and rewarding, not just a means to an end.
Yes,
But what about those smaller, everyday goals? Can visualization be helpful for those too?
absolutely. In fact, visualization can be a powerful tool for building positive habits,
Okay.
even those seemingly small ones. So let's say you want to start a daily meditation practice
Okay.
or cultivate more gratitude in your life.
So instead of struggling to find the time or motivation to meditate,
Yeah.
I could visualize myself sitting peacefully, my mind calm and focused, feeling that sense of inner peace and clarity.
Exactly. You can visualize yourself going through the motions of your meditation practice, feeling your breath, noticing your thoughts without judgment, and experiencing that deep sense of relaxation and presence.
Okay.
And for gratitude, you could visualize yourself feeling genuinely thankful for the good things in your life, big or small.
Mm-hmm. This really opens up a whole new perspective on how we can use visualization in our daily lives. It's not just about those big, ambitious goals. It's about creating a more positive and fulfilling experience in all areas of our lives.
Exactly. And by integrating visualization into our daily routines, we're essentially training our minds to focus on the positive, to embrace challenges, and to believe in our own potential.
Wow, we've really unpacked a lot when it comes to visualization.
It's been a journey exploring not just the what, but the how and the why behind this powerful mental tool.
It's definitely challenged my initial perception of visualization as just some, like woo-woo self-help technique.
Yeah, that's a common misconception. But as we've seen, visualization is rooted in neuroscience and backed by real-world results.
And for our listener, the key takeaway here is that visualization isn't about magically wishing your goals into existence, right? It's
Yeah.
about using your mind to enhance your efforts and to make those goals feel more attainable.
Exactly. It's about creating a mental and emotional blueprint for success, a roadmap that guides your actions and strengthens your belief in what's possible.
So it's not just about the destination, it's about using visualization to, I don't know, maybe enjoy the journey itself,
Yeah.
to embrace those challenges and to cultivate a more positive and resilient mindset.
That's a beautiful way to put it. It's about recognizing that the process of visualization itself can be transformative, regardless of the outcome. It's about personal growth, self-discovery, and expanding your own potential.
As we wrap up this deep dive, what's that one question our listeners should be asking themselves right now?
What one goal will you start visualizing today? What's that one thing you're truly passionate about, that dream you've been putting off, or that positive habit you've been wanting to cultivate?
That's a powerful question. And as you reflect on that, remember that visualization is a skill that can be developed and honed with practice.
Yeah, don't be afraid to experiment with different techniques, find what works best for you, and make it a regular part of your routine. Even a few minutes each day can make a world of difference.
So to our listener, go out there, start visualizing, and watch as your dreams begin to take shape. Until next time, keep those mental movies rolling.